Hey, what's up, what the fuckers, humans, and hot dogs? Chad from C Plus Comedy here. We've been hearing it for months. Howl is the Netflix of podcasts, but how can a podcasting subscription service go toe-to-toe with a video streaming platform? We'll find out what Daddy likes here on this C Plus Comparison Review.
Howl is Earwolf's podcasting platform that houses not only all of their podcasts, but also special series along with stand-up albums courtesy of places like A Special Thing Records. You can find the service via app stores or its website. Both are pretty lackluster though. In fact, the app was released in a broken state, causing backlash among fans.
It didn't even come to Android for some time, and it's still kind of buggy and opaque, but it's, for a lack of a better term, content is exceptional.
Listeners can find the previously free backlogs of podcasts on the app. They were promised to be ad-free, but some still have ads. And there are even episodes missing. Fans of Mark Maron and Jimmy Pardo can also get their respective shows here as well, which is great because they were both behind a paywall for years. There are also several miniseries starring and hosted by some of the funniest people in podcasting and comedy in general. Jermaine Clement, Lauren Lapkus, Jerry Minor, John Gabris, Matt Besser, Issa Rae, Super Ego, and more can be found on the service. Then there's the collection of live comedy bang-bangs, Sklarbo country specials, and a little over 120 comedy albums. You'll be busting a gut all over the place.
But how does it compare to Netflix?
Netflix has been around since 1997, starting out as a mail-delivered DVD service. It gained popularity in the early 2000s and soon developed a video-on-demand service in 2007. Netflix didn't start making its own shows until March of 2011. As it stands, the service is up to about 52 original series, with several more on the way in late 2016, 6 continuation series, think Arrested Development and The Killing, 36 stand-up specials, again with more coming, and other large quantities consisting of shows, documentaries, and movies.
Howl needs to catch up, but Netflix may be cheating a little bit.
For a lot of those shows and movies, Netflix is buying them from companies to distribute, and they have a development deal with DreamWorks where the studio has to create 300 hours of original content so that they didn't only rely on unwieldy theatrical markets. It's a smart move by Netflix and it bolsters their offerings tenfold. Howl is essentially developing from the ground up, having only grabbed a handful of shows that already existed.
Howl does have the advantage of the amount of guest stars that have appeared on their shows. Sam Elliott, Jeffrey Character Wheaties, Don DeMello, H.R. Giger, and Claudia O'Doherty are just a few of the celebs that have... Wait a minute. They're comedians playing these characters? But here's where American Netflix beats the Widow Howl app. I can get it anywhere.
That's right, anywhere. On Chromecast, gaming consoles like the Xbox One, PS4, and Wii U, tablets, phones, and this newfangled thing called the internet. There's probably some stuff I didn't name on here, like even refrigerators. Netflix is truly versatile when it comes to accessibility.
Howl, on the other hand, is resigned to my phone. Hey Nong Man, let's reset. Hey Nong Man. With Bluetooth speakers, a headphone jack, and the ability to actually download my shows and take them literally anywhere with me, Howl does stand a chance in this fight. I can enjoy it during every second of summer, or as Harris called it, summer.
In the beginning, users were subject to using the then terrible app in order to listen to shows. Now you can also use a nifty unofficial RSS feed courtesy of Reddit user Addict to copy Howl podcast URLs into your podcasting app of choice. My personal favorite is Pocket Cast.
Pocket Cast, because Google didn't give us a choice.
Compared to Howl's app and website, Netflix's app and site are fairly usable. Any dumb baby could do it. All it takes is a few swipes and a tap. The app and site are also uniform in design. Using the site on a Windows 10 touchscreen laptop is seamless when coming from the app. Howl, on the other hand, is dull in comparison. While it's easy to navigate around, it's pretty difficult to get things working smoothly.
You go to the website to see all the shows laid out in one long page. Also, you can't navigate and go back to the show's page that you were listening to. Also, the same banner from when Maron interviewed Obama has been there for months. And favorites don't transfer from web to app. But it's not like favorites work on my app in the first place.
Let's talk usability, because these two have radically different players. Netflix has an easy-to-use layout with a scrobble dealie on the bottom that makes it simple to find scenes, a volume kajig, episode picker, pause button, closed captions, and screen biggerer. Howl graces listeners with only a pause button and a volume muter.
But here's the kicker for both: price.
Howl is a whopping $5 per month. There's also an annual subscription that will cost you $35 for now. Netflix recently ended its grandfathered program where old subs were $8. Now, base price is $10. Both are super duper cheap. If you winced at either of these, maybe you shouldn't be wasting time listening to podcasts or watching TV.
So what's the verdict here? Netflix is obviously the better product, but podcasts have these amazing cult followings. It's just a sign of the times. Nerds is cool now, and Jocks is pumping our gas. But what Howl lacks in usability, it more than makes up for in the amount of shows. The entertainment per second value is higher for Howl than it is for the streaming platform. That's completely subjective though. I love TV, like a lot, but it's actually legal for me to podcast and drive at the exact same time. If you disagree with this, then send me an email to chatisdumb@yahoo.biz. If you liked this video and thought it was good and funky, I don't care. I love you.